Hope you have completed your homework. Yesterday we have discussed about Rabindranath Tagore, his introduction. Now today we have to study about his poem Where the Mind is Without Fear. First of all, I would like to recite the poem. See, listen carefully. Where the mind is without fear and head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake, by Rabindranath Tagore. Here, first of all, we have to see what he means. Each line has given meaning. According to Rabindranath Tagore, what he says here, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. It means we all Indians, we all are the citizens of India. So after independence, means after British rule, we became free, we got freedom. So we want such type of freedom where everyone should keep his head high without any fear. So here I want to say you that according to Rabindranath Tagore, he started saying to every countryman, he should be free from fear and their head should be held high in dignity. Not only that, what he says, see, where knowledge is free. So it means knowledge should be free and everyone should allowed to acquire knowledge. People should be united and the world should not be broken up into small pieces. See, it is said here where the world has not broken up into fragment. Fragment means it should not be broken into small pieces. You know that in country many obstacles are there, many superstitions are there, many blind beliefs are there, and we believe on such a things, and then the world which is divided into small divisions or small pieces by narrow domestic walls. So these all things are the small walls which are put among all the people, not only in India but also in the world. So everyone should be united. There should be no divisions of people based on religion, caste, creed, color, race or any other such a prejudice. Not only in our own society but in the countries of the world as well. So next is where the word comes out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection. It means the poet wants a country where people speak the truth sincerely. Everyone should speak truth. Not only that, but also with the words which coming from the depth of their hearts. The whatever they speak, it should come from their heart. Everyone should work hard to reach their goals and they should continuously strive towards perfection. Means everyone should try to have perfection in their life. He then compares a logical thinking. Who? Rabindranath Tagore compare with a logical thinking or a reason to clear the stream and old traditions, rituals and customs that are harmful to the dreary desert sand of dead habits. Means if we follow the rituals, if we follow some customs, traditions which are very dangerous for the society or the progress of the society, it causes just like a desert where only the cactus like trees will grow. So we should avoid such a things. He says that the reasoning ability of people should not be lost or overshadowed by superstitious beliefs and prejudice. Means what everyone has the quality, good qualities. Everyone has the perfection. But suppose we have such a prejudice, then definitely we may lose it. So it is request to every countryman of our country, not only our country but also the world, that everyone should be led by rational thinking. Rational means we should believe on science. We should have a reasoning power and we should not believe on old beliefs or the superstitions which are harmful for the society. So next what he says, where the mind is led forward by thee. Thee means who? Here the thee is compared to God. So our mind is forwarded by God into ever widening thoughts and action. Many thoughts are there in our mind. See, in 9th and 10th line, the poet wants the mind of his countrymen to be led forward by the Almighty. Almighty means God. So that they broaden their outlook, thoughts and action. He means that we should be generous in thoughts and open-minded. So we should be broad-minded always. We should think forward, and we should follow good habits, good thoughts every day. In the last line, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. Here the father, he says father to the God. So in this last line, the poet addresses God as my father and asks him to awaken his country into a heaven of freedom, where there is total freedom of good thoughts, good words and good actions. So everyone should be free to have a good thoughts, good actions. And if you follow this, definitely a country will be a successful one. Everyone has success in their life. Everyone should have a perfection in this life. So this is the main thoughts which were given by Rabindranath Tagore in the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear. Here I would like to tell some important points here. In this poem, we can find some figures of speech. How to find out the figures of speech? See here, some personification is there, alliteration is there, even metaphor is there. You know what is personification? Personification means where the dead things are given a live activity. Live means a living beings. And then alliteration means where the one single sound is repeated. For example, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Head and held. H, H. This sound is repeated. So it belongs to alliteration. Sometimes what happens, the question is given to write. Totally 5 marks question is given. You have to write the title of the poem, the poet, the theme or the central idea, then rhyming scheme and figures of speech, and special features or favorite lines, and then why you like or dislike this poem. So what you are going to tell? Here first point is the title of the poem. What is the title of the poem? Where the mind is without fear. So if you write this, you will definitely get 1 mark. Then the poet. Who is the poet here? Rabindranath Tagore. Then the theme or the central idea. So after reciting this poem, you got the theme of this poem. So what is the theme of this poem? This is a prayer to God. Tagore asks him to awaken his countrymen into the heaven of freedom, where there is total freedom of good thoughts, good words and good action. Then third point is rhyme scheme. So do you find here any rhyme scheme in this poem? No. So it is written in a free verses without any rhyme scheme. Then next one is figures of speech. How many figures of speech are here? We can get alliteration, metaphor and personification. The next point is special features. What important special features you find in this poem? Here you can get reflective poem. It conveys a strong feelings for the process of the country or the love towards your country. An extremely patriotic poem. The next point is favorite lines. Which are the important or the favorite lines? Here you can find some lines are repeated. See, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. So I think so this is a favorite line. Because here it is mentioned that everyone should have your head high. Then why do you like this poem or not? So definitely we like this poem. Why we like this poem? As it is deeply sensitive, fresh and beautiful. So these are the important points today we have discussed. Remaining point we can see in the next